here. Both of those guys know how to win a race. Christian Joyce looking for his first victory of the season in this class at the two-time and defending champ. He slips up a little bit on the start of this race.
Not a great start by the one, but it might be a caution coming out here as we have a spin in the back by the number 88 of Brian Shoup. But we're going to continue this green as they're going to come around and complete the first lap, the 16, continuing to lead as the caution flag flies.
Brad Lewis will come around to the restart zone off of turn number 4. He fires, and we are green.
Much better restart by the number 1 of Christian Joyce right there, all the way on the back bumper of the 16. Going to look to the outside now on the back stretch and get down low as they head into turns 3 and 4.
Had a little mishap there. Donnie the Moose Martin.
Center of the corner there, as he's going to get a shot from behind.
So both ladies in the street stock race here with a little bump to settle the score in the street stock class.
Great restart by the 16 of Brad Lewis. Not so great, though, for Joyce, that number 1, compared to the last one as they head out to the backstretch. Quite a gap between second and third. Looking at the first and second place trying to take away.
I'm looking at the battle for third. Oh, my. How about the K-Train?
They're giving contact further on back through the field. We have a spin. Caution is out for the number 4 of Emily Lewis.
Brad Lewis and Christian Joyce. Good restart there for Christian Joyce. He's hungry for the win. Lewis already has the win this year. Christian Joyce does not. K-Train has trouble. Kevin Gilbert stumbles coming off of turn number 2. And then Chrissy Wallace pays him the price down in 3. Gets into him. He spins. And then another hard hit as well. What happened? The K-Train gets a little bit of a nudge there by Chrissy Wallace, goes around and watch the punch right there. Wow.
Yeah.
Can Joyce, sideways as he stands on the gas, coming back to the green.
If only he can get a good restart time after time. Shot from behind, though, from Joyce to that 16. Wanting to get that win over Lewis. Headed into turns 3 and 4. Trying to close the gap a little bit. Doesn't really happen. Lewis shoots off from turn 4 as they complete that lap.
I'm enjoying watching that number 1 car because it is a handful, and we got contact behind that. Hayden Hall goes around. There was contact with Brian Sykes Sr. going for number 3. Let's take a look at what happened down here. There is Sykes getting into Hayden Hall, just sends that 05 car around, and then Brad Lewis over Christian Joyce, then Sykes, and then Robertson, your top 5.
Great restart by the 1 that time by, and didn't slam into the back to the 16, taking it just a step back, going to turn 3 and 4, making headway. Seems to get a little bit more traction right there, followed by the 28.
Staley goes around in turn number 4, making his return to competition, and the caution does come out once again. Back to the green we go. Brad Lewis, Emily's dad, out front. Second place, Christian Joyce, and then the Sykes team. Oh, look at this. Brian Sykes pulls over and allows Junior to get by.
That was not obvious.
Little Formula 1 move right there.
No kidding.
I don't think he's going to get to the back bumper. Yellow flag comes out. How about that? Emily Lewis brings out the caution when her dad was just about to win the race. A couple of times in this one, but 1 lap to go until we go back to green. And I believe it's going to be there it is. The point leader who rides third in this restart. Green and white out together. Christian Joyce tries to get to the back bumper. Can't quite get there. Pushes off the corner. And now it looks like the 16 of Brad Lewis has got control of this one. Papa Lewis scores his 2nd victory of the year. Austin Jones on the point for this one. Austin does not fire, and the yellow flag comes out, but several cars marred in a mishap and a chain reaction right behind that for Austin Jones and Mitch Gales on the front row. Austin Jones races down into turn number 1 and grabs the lead. A little sideways. Here comes Donkey Strong. Taylor in the number 12. He moves to 2nd.
Yeah, and don't be amiss, too. Right behind him, there's the 55 of Zach Orr, who's made his way up to P3, down on the inside. Going to come right up behind the number 12. Jumped over a few of those turtles there, Bob.
Loses his rear bumper.
We've got debris all over the place. The caution flag will fly as it looks like we've got an entire nose right up here on the front stretch.
3 laps in, Austin Jones all out in front, but he's got Justin Taylor and Zach Orr right behind him.
He's doing a great job at these restarts, but yes, right behind him, Justin Taylor. Shot from behind from Zach Orr into the wall to that number 12.
Taylor, all sorts of sideways in 3 and 4, able to save it. Zach Orr, I think, didn't expect Taylor to lift at that part of the corner. Orr, Gales, and Robertson behind him. Jones able to get the lead. Donkey Strong is there in that black car right behind him. Zach Orr in the 55, Mitch Gales, who won just a few races ago, in the 38, and Chase Robertson, who was the most affected by the penalties post-race tech. Huge lead, now down to the teens for him over the man that actually drives in second right now. I think this is exactly what Austin Jones wants. Let the guys behind him battle, and a little nudge, and then Taylor all over the place. Zach Orr gets by. Taylor tries to get revenge. Donkey Strong into the back bumper of the 55. Oh man, we got a melee down in turns 1 and 2. Austin Jones in the restart zone. He fires. Zach Orr trying to go to the inside on this initial restart. He was just barely there. Gets into the left rear quarter panel of the number 1. Orr's got the run going down into the corner. Remember, first Sportsman race for Austin Jones, and Zach Orr, one of the kingpins of this division, going for the lead. He's got the preferred line. Zach Orr to the lead here in the Sportsman division.
This is a nail biter right here. As you'll see, the 55 is going to take the lead, but Justin Taylor wants to get around that one as well. A little bit of contact.
Off of turn number 4. The 55 of Zach Orr picks up his 4th victory of the season in the Sportsman class at Bowman Gray Stadium. Andy Butner on the front row. They'll bring it off of turn number 4 for the green flag. Meismer a little bit sideways. Butner the advantage going into 1. Butner on the outside. The long way around. Meismer squeezes him. Butner with contact of the backstretch wall coming off of turn number 2. Chaos on the opening lap at the Madhouse. There's the contact here. A little contact right there between Meismer and Randy Butner. They come off the corner. This is a great view by Elgin Trailer. And that car wiggles a little bit for the 41. Meismer getting up into the 5.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go. The wall doesn't expand when you go up there. Or green flag is going to wave. Here we go. 41, great start as he'll get challenged from the outside from Brandon Ward. And
I truly believe that car is tight for Bobby Meismer Jr. in the 41, trying to keep it on the bottom, but see how he has to slow down his progress. Brandon Ward, the point leader on the outside of that Q104.1 car with his buddy to the inside, Mike Speedy in the QRC HVAC and refrigeration modified. Me and my son Levi went there and had ourselves a pair of hot dogs apiece.
Yeah. What do you put?
Contact. Speedy gets into the back end of the 41 of Bobby Meismer, gets him sideways. Now Speedy hopping to the outside, and Meismer takes him way up the racetrack. Meismer Jr. in the 41, Junior Snow and Danny Bone, the row behind that. Meismer gets loose, and Brandon Ward to the lead in the 100-lap race.
Ooh, not a good restart for that 41. And the outside lane's going to take advantage. Brandon Ward, that's what he wants to see, followed by Danny Bone. And here he comes, Tim Brown to the outside. That 83 looking out. Brandon Ward and Danny Bone not going to make any change as they're going to battle it out back to the start finish. A little bit of a jump on the 57 tire right there. Tim Brown trying to avoid this, stuck on the outside. What
Maybe
a battle.
Some craziness here. Brandon Ward elected to give up or shove the nose, gave up the inside. Danny Bone takes advantage and gets back to the lead. Now Ward to the back bumper of Danny Bone. Maybe contact possibly prior to that. Much better restart. Danny Bone and Brandon Ward side by side into turns 1 and 2. Good run there. Brandon Ward able to keep pace with him, but Danny Bone to the top spot. Now Brandon Ward can't close the door on Tim Brown.
So really holding up these guys that are going for the fans
Trey
challenge.
Hutchins goes around in 3 and 4 to bring out that caution we were talking about here at Bowman Gray for the NASCAR Modifieds. Single file restart key for Danny Bone. Is able to gap the Q104.1 machine by about a half a car length. 1 lap to go. Speeney going for third. Not able to get underneath Tim Brown's machine. Brandon Ward not going to be able to get to Danny Bone. Danny Bone, the New Jersey speedster, will pick up his 19th career win here at Bowman Gray Stadium. Hoping for his second victory of the season. The rock star Sterling Clemens alongside with no right front fender as we race into turns 1 and 2.
Lost those in the first feature, but going to try to get a win in this one. Settles into that P2 right behind Tommy Neal Amberlin in third, followed by Chase Robertson. Single file now for the top 4.
Dylan Ward lost a bunch of spots in that 23 after some contact, and Kogar, actually the number 88 goes around here. So trouble early in this race as we got 2 parked up in turns 1 and 2. Zach Taylor goes around in that race car. Tommy Neal is the master of keeping people at bay in the Sportsman class. Sterling Clemens, very hungry to get back to victory lane, but he's got to be careful with that right front nose piece and fender missing.
Not much you can do with that 03 because, quite frankly, when he's trying to get up underneath the back bumper of the 21, it's going to cause more damage to the 03 than do good for him. Amber Lynn sitting pretty, not getting too aggressive back there. Chase Robertson at 31, also just kind of seeing how this is going to sort out as we come to 4 laps in.
To not allow Sterling Clemens to get a run.
Restart this time by, headed into turns 1 and 2. The 03 is going to try to get to the inside. Not successful though, denied, but still holds on to that P2 position. Shot from behind again to the 24. The rest of the field still sits in the same position as where they started.
Sterling Clemens, as evident by the taps to the back of the 21, still has that bumper bar on the front end of that machine, but he's got to be careful the right front like he did right there. Contact between Clemens and Tommy Neal, and the Tiger goes around. Robertson in that second spot, missing a portion of his nose piece as well. Mitch Gales in third, Justin Taylor in fourth, and Zach Orr, the opening feature winner tonight in that first of the twin 20s, is in fifth. Yellow flag comes out. We got one stopped on the backstretch. It's Kyler Kepley.
Green flag is out. It's going to wave as the field's going to head into turns 1 and 2. Amber Lynn continuing to lead in that 2 over Chase Robertson, the points leader. Mitch Gales right behind, rounding out that top 3.
Chase Robertson's got a couple of shots here to get to her back bumper. Amber Lynn, I like that little higher entrance into turn number 1. Robertson there, does he give her a nudge? No. Amber Lynn back to victory lane at Bowman Gray Stadium. Coming around to take the green flag, Blaze Sanders and Zach Taylor on the front row for this one. The green flag is out for the Stadium Stock B feature.
Great start by the number 44, straight into turns 1 and 2. A little bit of a wash up, that's okay. A little bit of a recover. The 88's going to get a little bit sideways as well from the 01 as Stewart.
Yeah, Stewart might have given a little love tap right there to Zach Taylor a little bit. We got one going around in the infield. Will that bring out the caution? That's the big question right now. David Rose in that 33 goes around, and we stay green. I believe right now Patrick Mullen in the number 20. Yellow flag does come out. We got one stopped on the outside of turn number 2. Taylor in that second spot. Chris Allison third. Green flag is back out. Blaze is running a good race. That car shoves the nose a little bit there, though. And Zach Taylor not able to capitalize on that.
No, able to recover, which was good for the 44. Trying to create a bit of a gap between him and the second place. 8 laps in. That way, halfway that time by. And here comes Pintang to the inside. That's 7 fighting for the second position.
Yeah, this time by, they'll take the white flag. Time running out for Pintang. My brother's probably up on the edge of his seat wherever he's watching. Pintang goes to the outside. No, it's going to be an outside to in maneuver. But now Blaze Sanders able to keep it on the bottom. Chris Allison's got one more shot. Can he do it down in 3 and 4? Blaze Sanders, a winner now in the stadium stocks at Bowman Gray Stadium. So here he comes. McDonald leads the field to the green flag and the A feature for the stadium stocks.
Great restart by the 47, but the 43 right behind him. That's your points leader, Brandon Brindle, followed by the 80 of Luke Smith settling in. That's your top 3. Stacking up, though, behind. We've got contact, and one goes around.
McDonald stands on the gas. We're back to green. Brindle in second. Smith, second place in points, so first and second in points, second and third in this race early on. Levi Holt in fourth, just got a shot by Wall in the 81.
Making their way around turns 3 and 4. 1 lap officially in the books now. Just a tad.
Yeah, AJ Sanders struggled a little bit last week, finished in 7th, struggling a little bit again here tonight. Michalowski gets into him, and Michalowski winds up turning AJ Sanders. But he's got the division dominator right behind him in Brindle in that 43. Brindle does get a good run up off a 2 there. Can't pull alongside though, as McDonald is holding the line nicely. Luke Smith has been fast in that 3rd spot, but he won't get by Brindle. That's 1 and 2 in points, although he gives him a shot. Tyler McDonald wins his first of the year.